The surveillance footage cut out right before the murder. The camera was working fine all day until the exact moment she died. That's what the building manager told police. At 2:14 a.m., the surveillance feed in the hallway outside apartment 6B suddenly went dark. 46 seconds later, 27-year-old investigative journalist Ava Sinclair was found dead inside her apartment, stabbed once, no sign of forced entry, and nothing stolen. Her laptop was open, mid-email. The last word she typed, "I think they're onto me." Officially, it was an interrupted robbery. But people close to Ava believe it was something much deeper, and the missing footage wasn't a glitch. It was a warning. Ava Sinclair wasn't a headline. She was a heartbeat in every story she wrote. Age 27, staff reporter at the Portland Ledger. Her desk was a riot of coffee cups, sticky notes, and tiny origami cranes she folded when deadlines got tight. Friends describe her as equal parts thunderstorm and warm blanket. She'd grill a source for hours, then buy the intern lunch because no one paid her to be kind. Passion, exposing corruption in low-income housing. Goal, finish a long-form piece on a property developer with rumored political ties. Working title, The Towers We Can't Afford. Life, a studio apartment, a rescue cat named Pixel, and a nightly jog to clear her head. The night she died, Ava had just emailed a confidential file to a colleague. Evidence, she said, that proved the cover-up was bigger than anyone thought. Her mother remembers their last call. She sounded tired but excited. She said, "Mom, if this lands, it could actually change things." Ava never got to hit publish, but the questions she raised didn't vanish with her. They only got louder. March 18th, 9:23 a.m. The Portland Ledger office, Ava clocks in early. Unusual for her. She tells her editor she's close to cracking the piece. According to co-workers, she's tense but focused. She skips lunch and spends hours on encrypted calls from her personal laptop, not the company-issued one. March 18th, 7:12 p.m. Ava's apartment. 6B, she returns home with a brown envelope tucked in a hardcover book. Security footage shows her entering the building. No one follows her in. The footage for the next 9 hours exists until it doesn't. March 18th, 11:04 p.m. Encrypted email sent. Ava sends a heavily redacted PDF to a freelance editor she's worked with before. The subject line, "If something happens, send this where I told you." The recipient would later say he never opened it. He was too scared. March 19th, 2:14 a.m. Surveillance footage cuts out the hallway camera outside. Ava's unit freezes mid-frame. There's no audio, no alert, no system log of interference. The technician who reviewed it described it as, like the power blinked, but only for that one feed. March 19th, 2:15 a.m. Building maintenance app alert, a noise complaint is filed from the unit below Ava's. The resident reports heavy thumping, then total silence. March 19th, 7:02 a.m. Ava has found a neighbor. Concerned Ava hadn't picked up her cat from the pet sitter, enters her unit using a spare key. She finds Ava on the floor beside her desk. The window is open. No sign of forced entry. Her phone is missing. Her laptop is wiped. Nothing is stolen. But on the desk, a single sticky note, "I wasn't wrong. No hay weaknesses. No arrest." And no official explanation for the surveillance blackout. But one thing is clear. Ava Sinclair was afraid, and she was right to be. According to police reports, the scene inside Ava Sinclair's apartment showed no signs of forced entry, no broken locks, and no defensive wounds. She was found lying next to her desk, fully clothed with a single stab wound to the side, a clean, deliberate strike just below the rib cage. The medical examiner noted that Ava likely died within 90 seconds of the injury, and there were no signs she attempted to call for help. A kitchen knife was recovered, wiped clean. Police labeled it the possible murder weapon, but it carried no fingerprints, not even hers. The surveillance blackout raised questions immediately. The building had 4 active cameras, but only the one outside Ava's apartment lost footage for exactly 3 minutes. A police tech reportedly called it an intentional jam or wireless interference. But the building's system didn't record the malfunction. No error code, no crash log. Ava's laptop was still on, but the hard drive had been fully reformatted within minutes of her death. Her phone was missing, and her email password had been changed sometime that night from an IP address that was later traced to a coffee shop across town, one she'd never been to. Her cloud backups were wiped 5 hours later. By then, police had already sealed the apartment. The downstairs neighbor reported a loud drop and fast footsteps just before 2:15 a.m., but didn't see anyone leave the building. The building's side exit had no camera, and no alarm was triggered. A doorman said Ava had received no guests that night, and her hallway had remained quiet until it wasn't. Ava's mother told local press she was careful. She backed everything up twice. There's no way she wiped her own files. Ava wouldn't take that story to the grave. The family has since requested the FBI reopen the case, citing possible digital interference and intentional obstruction. Nothing was taken. Nothing was left behind, except for silence, and the sense that Ava's death wasn't just a murder, it was a message. Ava Sinclair was more than a victim. She was a reporter chasing a lead, and some believe that lead got her killed. While no one has been charged in connection with her death, several theories have emerged that continue to circulate in investigative circles and online forums. Some believe Ava was silenced for what she discovered. She had been working on a story involving a major property development company with alleged ties to city officials. The idea: someone found out what she had and decided to eliminate her before she could publish it. The precise camera blackout, the wiped laptop, the clean crime scene, all point to someone trained, not an impulsive killer. Ava was known to be secretive about her sources, but also worked closely with freelance contributors and informants. One former colleague has claimed she was worried about someone leaking her drafts. Online speculation points to the possibility that someone she trusted gained access to her passwords, either before or after her death, and helped cover up what was on her devices. A less popular, but still present theory is that Ava took her own life and staged the scene to make it look like murder, possibly to draw attention to her work or send a final message. However, this theory has been strongly disputed by Ava's family and close friends, citing her mental health history, recent optimism, and the physical improbability of the wound and missing surveillance. With no fingerprints, no leads, and no video, the investigation is frozen. But the theories? They're only heating up. In the weeks following Ava Sinclair's death, the Portland Police Department classified the case as a homicide, but with no immediate leads. The case went cold officially, but online it never stopped burning. Ava was not just another name in a news cycle. She was one of their own. Journalists across the country demanded answers. Independent outlets published tributes, while one national op-ed called her case the price paid for chasing the truth. A candlelight vigil outside the Portland Ledger drew hundreds of people holding signs. She knew something. No more silencing reporters. Online, Ava became the face of a growing digital movement. The hashtag Justice for Ava trended for 6 days straight, fueled by TikTok videos, Reddit theories, and an anonymous Twitter thread claiming to possess deleted segments of her article. One thread alleging the USB recovered at her desk contained city-level login credentials reached 2.8 million views, but the post was later removed for violating platform policy. Ava's mother and older sister have continued to push for a federal investigation, submitting new documents to the Department of Justice. including a copy of a never-published draft of her article. In early 2025, a new cold case unit reviewed the file and confirmed there were unexplored digital leads, but stopped short of reopening the investigation publicly. 2 years later, in an encrypted chat room on a whistleblower forum, someone claiming to be Ava's final source posted a file labeled, "She didn't die for nothing." The file contained corrupted data, a partial city blueprint, and an IP log that, according to tech analysts, matches the cafe where Ava's email password was changed. The account went silent days later. It's been years. Still no suspect. Still no closure. But for Ava's family, and the thousands still following her story, this silence? It's not acceptance. It's the sound of pressure building. Ava Sinclair believed in exposing the truth, even if it meant risking everything. She left behind questions, but no answers. No suspect, no trial, just a corrupted file and a hallway camera that went dark right when it mattered most. The truth about Ava Sinclair may never be fully known, but one thing is certain, this story is far from over. What do you think happened that night? Was it a cover-up, a professional hit, or something deeper, still hidden? Comment your theories below. Your voice could be part of what keeps this case alive. Subscribe to Crime Echo Guild for weekly stories where the questions refuse to stay buried. Like and share to help others discover Ava's story.